How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Oh, wow, you've even got the poster up. That's great.
No.
I love it.
Good.
Well, I'm going to start right off by saying this film made me so anxious in the best way possible. I love the movie. It gave me, I like how funny it is. I like how sweet it is. It's dark, but it made me so anxious. So,
Yeah.
for you reading it before you even got into the part, what was it like reading the script?
It made me anxious too, like very anxious. And I was just shocked at what I was reading and wasn't sure if what I was reading was what I was reading. I had to read it. I read it once, auditioned, and then I was asked to tape again, and I was like, I need to read it one more time because I don't understand what's happening, and exactly what I thought was happening, and I was just shocked. I thought it was crazy, but also, yeah, I've laughed, and then I felt bad for laughing, and then it's wild. It's a wild ride for sure.
It's very original. I mean, I know someone compared it to Heathers, and I had to admit I could see the kind of correlation there because it's got a very dark relationship to loss and grieving and everything else, and even just modern, like modern culture even.
Right.
What did you see in her as you're playing her?
I felt like Tess is very much like myself. It's still goofy and fun and funny, but also there's logic there. As opposed to Mara, who's kind of a loose cannon in the movie, I feel like I'm a lot like Tess, a little bit more grounded in a crazy situation. Still having fun with it, but definitely grounded.
Well, I like that there's no, I wouldn't, you can't say this about all films, but there were no dumb characters. There were no kind of throwaway characters. It felt like everyone mattered. And I think that's what made me so anxious is that watching these characters live out this existence over the time, you're like, oh no, who's next?
I was sad when I don't want to spoil anything, but I was sad when that one happened to the person. I was quite sad. I felt that one for sure.
And I like the way the film plays too with your perception and trying to make you figure some things out as well.
Totally. Yeah.
In terms of acting it, what were some of your favorite moments? I'm sure this must have been a fun group to be part of.
Yeah. Even though it was disgusting and messy, the classroom scene, I think it's in the second half when you think everything's fine and you find out it's not, was quite interesting. Watching it back, it's hard because you think everything's fine and then you find out it's not. But I think they were really fun to shoot because we had a great group of people, and it was very hard to stay calm and act like we didn't know someone was going to explode. So getting surprise blasted with a blood cannon was always interesting, and yeah, it was all really fun to shoot. But I think the classroom scenes and the one with me and Katherine quarantined in the sleeping bag, I loved that one too.
Were there many scenes where you had to be surprised by the blood cannons?
Whenever someone exploded, yeah. So I remember Brian being like, we need to get this, you guys, because it's going to take us 5 hours to reset the blood. If somebody winces before, so everybody was just so scared that we were going to,
oh my God,
or someone exploded. So we were all just like, and like, I feel bad. I think someone was right beside, maybe he was right in front of me and to the left. And I was just like, don't look scared. But it still was scary. You still got hit, and it was made a big bang. It was scary. And you had to be careful that you didn't slip on any blood on your way out. It was a lot. It was anxiety shooting it as well.
And I love that it's kind of perfectly timed right now, is that it not only feels like something that comes along with the pandemic, but also just the whole vibe and the whole discourse, I guess, about maybe this generation. What did you feel it said about maybe your generation?
Hoping that, I mean, I think a younger audience will watch this movie too. I hope that it, I mean, I hope there's not a lot of people like Mara, but unfortunately there might be. I think it kind of tries to teach that you never know what's going to happen, and you got to kind of appreciate everything that you have while you have it, because it could spontaneously combust, whether it's literally or, you know, it just leaves you. But I think it's a great way to show how maybe the younger people, I'm so past high school, but like the younger people in high school deal with traumatic and surprising situations, and hopefully how to find the bright side. And I know there's not a bright side in what's going on in this movie, but like, you know, finding a bright side in what's going on in your life. And I think that with this movie being so extreme, for me, it's always like, okay, well, it could be worse. People could around you could literally be exploding.
I also felt like it felt like it had so much to say about grieving that I feel like maybe says a lot about today too, that maybe that's something in different ways people could take away from that.
Yeah, totally. I really felt Mara's grieving. It made me so sad. And I was there when we were shooting it, but I was just like, when I was watching it back, I was just, it was so heartbreaking.
What is going on for you otherwise? I'm sure right now is stranger than usual. Are there other things you're able to work on? I know you do music. What's all that like for you?
I've finished an album, so that's been nice. I have music coming out this month and next month and hopefully every month. And what's nice about this year is that all of the projects that I worked on in the last couple of years are now coming out. So even though it feels like I've physically done nothing all year, I have things that are coming out. So that's nice. And I can work on music because I do that. I isolate myself and work on music anyway. So that's a silver lining here too.
I know that Mark, Mary, and some other people is somewhere in the pipeline. Yeah. What's the story with that?
Hannah Marks wrote and directed it. It's a comedy. It's hilarious. I just did some ADR for it, and it was so funny. It's about a young couple who tries to spice up their marriage by having an open relationship, and it is so funny. And I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it. I haven't seen it, but I can't wait to watch it, and I can't wait for people to watch it. I laughed. I've only seen a couple scenes, but I almost couldn't do the ADR because I was laughing so hard at them. So that's going to be a fun one.
Do you have goals that have come out of the pandemic that make you refocused you or changed kind of something you want to do aside from music? I mean,
I definitely want to write. I've been trying to write I wrote a short film. I want to write a comedy. I want to do a sketch comedy YouTube channel. I have it's a lot. Probably only one of them will happen, but I've definitely got a lot of things that I want to do now.
Do you feel like it's a good time to do stuff like this? Like it feels like it is a chance to go out on a limb with something at least.
Yeah, I definitely want to pursue the sketch comedy YouTube channel because it's just like 4 or 5 minutes each episode, just little laughs, and there's just so many weird things that are happening. I feel like I got to channel it somewhere.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much for the time. I know you have to go. I really appreciate it. It's really a pleasure. I really enjoyed the film. It's great to catch up with you.
Thank you so much.